Hi, cheers, hello. I'm filming this on New Year's, so that means that it is nearly the end of 2020. Cheers to you. It's been a long one, and a hard one, and it's been an unnecessary one, so we're gonna drink. Yum. So, I've already filmed this a few times. I don't like the way that it looks. I'm still getting used to a new filming setup because I just moved countries. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to make this work yet, so I'm gonna go over a few things really quick. I finished Accutane 6 months ago, and this is sort of that 6 months follow-up that I really wanted to do to show everyone how great my skin looks so that you can too do Accutane and not be scared and afraid of it, because you shouldn't be scared and afraid of something that's gonna make you look so good. First thing I'm gonna do is go through some questions. Everyone is very concerned about breakouts and everything like that. First, I started Accutane in September of 2019 and I finished in June of 2020. I haven't had cystic acne or a breakout since last December. So no, I haven't had breakouts. If I do get pimples, they're very small and they're usually like right here, and I have one right here right now that I've tried to cover up. It's normal acne. It's nothing crazy or severe. No cysts, just a couple random pimples here and there. My skin texture has changed from being oily and kind of teenagey and gross to being fine. Dry? I don't know. What would I call my skin now? I would say my skin is normal. I would say that I never thought I would get to know what normal skin felt like, but that's what my skin is now. It's normal. I did some terrible things to my skin back in the day, including taping garlic cloves to my face over my pimples, thinking that I would get my cystic acne to go away. Don't ever do that, by the way. That will burn your skin. It burned mine. I've put lemon on my... I've done everything, both natural and unnatural, to my face to try to get rid of all of my acne. And Accutane was not like the first resort for me, even though it probably should have been. And yeah, I really love Accutane, but that's because I went on a low dose. I didn't do a high dose, and I don't think you should either. But yeah, my skin is normal and it's more sensitive now than it was before. I'll take the sensitivity over having cystic acne any day. What else? Have I had any lasting symptoms since coming off of the drug? No. My eyes are normal, my lips are normal, even though they felt like they'd never be normal again. There's nothing wrong with my body. I can eat any food I want. Nothing crazy other than my skin texture has changed. What did I use on my skin while on Accutane? I used Cetaphil night cream. I used this other moisturizer that I forget the name of, but I'm going to put it up on the screen. And then I used Kiehl's Cannabis drops as well. I did that morning and night. And then I used a pixie toner because on occasion I would take the Accutane and then like an hour or two later my face would get kind of hot and flushed. It didn't hurt, but it just looked like I'd been out running, which I don't run, obviously, but I would use that to cool my face down. Also worth noting that I lived in Vegas when I took the Accutane, which it's very dry there, and at the time I was taking it, they were going through a record-breaking drought, so yeah, I would take it for that reason. It's just kind of cool my face down. What do I use now? So I haven't used skincare in like a year. Mostly because for most of my entire life I had to have some kind of skincare routine, and they were usually expensive, and I just got burned out. I got lazy. As soon as I came off Accutane, my face was so clear. It still is. I mean, it's not as smooth as it was then because I just think it wasn't naturally smooth. Like, yeah, no, I didn't do any kind of skincare routine. My face was really sensitive, but it was also really clear, and I just didn't feel the need to put anything on it. I just wanted to give it a year to kind of see what happened. And sure enough, you know, from when I started to now, it's been a year. Okay, all right. So what was I saying? Yeah, it's been a year. Now I'm finally using skincare. I'm using The Ordinary. I've used their serums. I've used their moisturizer. I'm still trying to get a hold of their other products, but it's difficult because TikTok blew Ordinary up from my understanding, and so now I can't buy any of their products anywhere. So I'm trying to get the masks and stuff, but so far my skin has been reacting just fine to it, and I feel like it's been smoothing out some texture that I've had on my forehead. So that's good. I'm showing some clips of me washing my face and doing stuff to it, and that would be me using The Ordinary, and I do it morning and night, and I cleanse with Cetaphil. I should say that. I've been cleansing with Cetaphil from basically when I went to go and get Accutane originally. There's no other cleanser that I like as much as that one. How is my scarring? My scarring is pretty okay. I would say that it's improved. My scarring was definitely not as bad as it should have been for all the picking at my face that I was doing. I'm going to show you now. This actually does a pretty good job of showing you exactly how textured it is.
Start your computations.
You get the point. Could be worse, but I would say it's gotten a lot better since when I started Accutane. Do I think I'll need another round of Accutane? Maybe I go back on it later in life. I think I'm lucky I'm not part of that 30% that can get acne again for the second time. It's never supposed to be as bad the second time if you do have to do another round of Accutane, but I don't think I need it. I don't see myself getting cysts again. I wouldn't be opposed to going on Accutane again at like a 10 or 20 milligram dose a day for like, I don't know, a year or something, year and a half, just because it can smooth out more than just like texture. It can also help with lines and wrinkles and pores and stuff like that. Like my pores are literally a third of the size of what they were. If I'm feeling kind of like I want to do that, I guess I could. For now, no. I had a pros and cons list. I don't really feel like I need to get too into a pros and cons list because it's kind of dumb. Like obviously the pros are it heals your skin. You don't have acne. You don't have to worry about those things. Getting rowdy up there. But the main con that I wrote down was that you're dry and you can't go in the sun, and it takes like a year. If you're doing a low dose, it can take even longer than a year. It can take like a year and a half. Those are the cons. It's worth it if you've been dealing with severe acne for most of your life, or even for just a short period of time. It can be really damaging, or any kind of acne, not to mention that it does physical damage to you for a long period of time. Like your face is never going to be the same again, you know, if you have bad scarring. My scarring thankfully doesn't bother me. I don't really care that it's there. Like I'm long past the point of caring if I have a scar or two on my face compared to where it was. Like I'm just, knock on wood, happy that I don't have to ever go back to doing that ever again in my life because it was terrible. I just think people should go on Accutane at a low dose and they'll find that it's not evil and scary and bad, and it actually does really help. So that's my feeling on that. I'm gonna kind of wrap this up. This is gonna be just a short little video. There's a lot of misinformation being spread. I really hated Bella Thorne's video. If I can go off on a tangent for a second, I'm going to, where she talks about being on Accutane for 3 times and it didn't work. And it's like, well, yes it did, because look at your skin now. It's absolutely clear. You don't go on Accutane 3 times and not walk away from that with clear skin. I'm sorry, that's not true. Your sugar and lemon scrub is not what's saving your skin or curing your acne, which most of the time is not an issue. Hormones and everything. It's an issue with your hormones, an issue with a lot of different things. Anyway, modern medicine is amazing, I promise. And just talk to your doctor if you have concerns or fears. I feel like you suffer far more the years that you do have acne than the year you might take trying to cure your acne on something like Accutane, where you will be a little bit uncomfortable, but it won't be unbearable by any means. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say on this. My neighbors are getting really loud because it's New Year's Eve, so I'm going to go ahead and drink the rest of my wine and enjoy the new year coming, because I am really excited for the new year. And I hope this video was helpful. If you have questions, if you have comments, leave them below. I love talking about this stuff. I love answering questions. I love helping. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Have a drink if you can, if you're legal. Actually, don't have a drink. This is water. For legal purposes, this is water. Don't drink, it's bad for you. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.